Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashai, Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Kian. This is your brother Abawan back again with another video. And I had a great title for this video, but I've forgotten the title. And this video is really going into, going back to when the apostles and different elders are doing videos on whether you could have fun in this truth or not, whether fun was a part of the truth, which of course they've already said what needs to be said. It is not, okay? And really, I didn't really do any videos concerning that because I didn't really know the origin of why they were making those videos. I believe somebody in the ISUPK said something, but I'm not really sure about the origin or the reason why they were making those videos. But what I do know, I was just meditating on it recently, and it was going back to something that the Apostle Gabar said in one of his videos concerning that topic. Is fun a part of this truth, or should we have fun in this truth? And really, what he said was, if you go back to the etymology of the word fun, which I have right here, which really, if you look at this etymology, really supports the what I was meditating on. And basically, what I was meditating on is that really everything that we consider fun and we consider entertainment in this world is we're not really supposed to be doing that, okay? So the things that you consider entertainment and fun, all they are distractions, bread and circuses. It's not something that you should be putting all of your heart or all of your mind into. Let me not say all of your heart because now I'm getting scriptural, but all of your mind into. And it's not something that you should be really putting at any high level, because you see the people of this world, how they, all this entertainment and fun and distractions, they just are so heavily involved in it and revolve their lives around it. But that is not how it's supposed to be. Of course, there should be balance in the things that you do. You can't just be serious and sober all the time, always be in the truth. There is a time, right, as it is written, there's a time and a season for everything. And I'm not sure I will be bringing out too many scriptures in this video, but really there is a time for everything, and there is a time when you are supposed to, be entertained or entertain yourself or distract yourself with some of the, some of the things that you use to some of what you use to entertain yourself. But understand something: those things that you consider entertainment and those things that you consider fun are not a part of the truth. Anything that you consider entertainment, anything you consider fun is not a part of the truth. That is why the elders and the apostles are against rap music in the truth. That's why they are against, music in the truth, music in the truth and all this. How do I put it now? Basically, rapping in the truth and using the raps, calling yourself using raps to preach the gospel. They are against, everything that basically involves, all the things that are considered the pleasures and the fun in this world and involve and mixing it up with the truth, because this truth is pure business, okay? Let's put it like that. Nobody comes to work talking about, I just made a new rap concerning what I'm doing at work. And we're going to use that to boost, sales or profits in whatever business that you are going into. When you are working, you are working. When you are, when you are having fun, entertaining yourself, you are entertaining yourself. These are two separate things. There is nobody that says that, oh, well, if you are in the truth, that means I have to give up rap, or I have to give up, whatever. You have to give up watching the game. You have to give up watching UFC fights. You have to give up playing video games. You have to give up anything that you do in the world that is entertainment. But understand that entertainment, what is considered fun, and this truth are two separate things. And having fun is not a part of the truth, point blank, period. Because this is not a matter of fun. This is not a laughing matter. It's not a joking matter. This is the gospel and the doctrine of our Lord Yahweh Shai, and it is a very serious topic, a very serious matter, okay? And what we have here is the etymology of the word fun, and I'll also get the etymology of the word entertainment, because it's all going to the same thing. These are distractions. These are things to remove you from the monotony of the daily grind, put you in a good space, give you some dopamine right before you go back to reality and go back into, what you are doing in the world. But now you see that, and this is something that you have in the world, is what the scriptures say, and let's get that precept. That is Isaiah 60. Basically, darkness has covered the earth and gross darkness the people, because now the whole world and all the people that are in the world are blind, which is why we can come out with this truth and come out and show you all the things that Esau Edom is doing, all the agendas that he's pushing, the gradualism towards the MOTB, the gradualism towards his Great Reset NWO. But yet, majority of the people in the world don't even realize what is going on because they are distracted. What are they distracted by? What are they distracted by? That entertainment, that fun, that men that are in this truth, okay? Israelite men that are, part of the One West camps, even talking about we should, do more of, or basically involve ourselves in the way of this world, which is that quote unquote fun, which really goes back to once again hedonism, Epicureanism, and the ways of this life. Okay, but let me just get this precept first. Isaiah 60 verse 2: For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And the darkness that is we are speaking about in this case is basically all the tools that people use to distract themselves or they consider entertainment and fun. There is a time and a place for to entertain yourself and to have fun. It is not in this truth. So this is the etymology of fun, and it starts with diversion, amusement, and mirthful sport. And let's go to that. As it is written, the heart of the fool, right, is in the house of mirth. I believe that's how the precept goes. Let's get that first. And the apostle Gaba already got this precept, but we have to bring it out since we just read it right there. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 4. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Okay. And if we go into, and I have the offline dictionary right here, so I'm going to use that. The definition of mirth, once again, it's going into, let's go this, mirth, the emotion usually following humor, accompanied by laughter, merriment, jollity, gaiety. That which causes merriment, and basically, it's just going into, not even really being happy, but rather, being in a state of merriment, okay? Mirth, and that's basically what that is means, being in a state of merriment. Basically, you are celebrating, rejoicing, gleeful about something. Now the question becomes, what the hell do you have to be gleeful about in this world? That's a very, very accusatory and pointing the finger at the phone right now. And that shows you, the mindset that a lot of these camps have, where in your mind right now, as the scriptures say, you should be in the house of mourning, because that is where we are in right now. Basically, this kingdom, man, this kingdom, just have your head down and trying to get out of this place. Okay, it's kind of like in a situation where you are, trying to avoid being seen, right? Avoid being seen. I know, and it's a situation where you're trying to avoid being seen. You see the people taking pictures, they are hiding your face, and that's how I move around in this world, man. I'm trying to avoid and pretend as if I'm not even living in this world at all, right? When people are walking around, when people are looking at me, I'm just trying to cover up my face, trying to pretend as if I'm not even living in this world. Because in my own mind, I'm trying to skip over this kingdom and go into the kingdom of the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the kingdom of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Because that's where we really live. That's where we'll have all the mirth and the fun that we need, that we have to, enjoy. Because now we go to the book of Micah 2 verse 10. And this also has to be brought up as well. Micah 2 verse 10, where it says, I already know what the precepts say anyway. Micah 2 verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. And all these men in all these different camps that want to, or would rather, all these men are talking about how you want to, you have to have fun or entertain yourself in this world. Okay, all the people that think that you have to have fun in this truth, that want to involve themselves, and really when they talk about have fun, it's never some righteous thing. Never some righteous thing, or they just want to relax or unwind, just watch a movie watch some, watch sports, play video games for a while before they now go back into, before they now go back into studying, go back into doing the truth. Take a break from watching videos, take a break from studying, take a break from whatever they are doing in the truth. That's not what they're talking about when they are talking about fun. They're talking about getting involved in some wickedness. That it's going to the, whether that is going to the club, right? That it's even involving the things that are of this world and trying to incorporate it into the truth. Some high holy days, some celebration of some wicked high holy days, involving all kind, the wicked practices of this kingdom and the wicked culture of our people. Whether it's this whole rap music in the truth, or other things, or other parts of, okay, quote unquote, so-called black culture in the truth, things that will basically corrupt what we are doing, corrupt entertainment, corrupt what we are doing, what we are teaching in this truth. And this is the etymology for the word entertainment, okay? Etymology for the word entertainment. And it goes back to, let's see, I'm trying to look for it. Entertain, and this goes back to entertain, to keep up, maintain, to keep someone in a certain frame of mind, okay? So the word means entertain, and it goes back to Latin inter, to hold, to stretch, to hold, to stretch. Hold on, entertain, okay, to inter. Hold on, let me read everything. From Old French, entertain, to hold together, stick together, support. From entry, among, from Latin inter, to inter plus tenure, to hold, to stretch, to hold. Basically, what the word entertain means is to hold. And what are they holding? They are holding the mind. So to hold the mind, okay? Entertainment or entertainment, yeah, to hold the mind. So entertain means to hold, while the ment means the mind. And you see that fun, entertainment, all the quote unquote activities in this world that you might enjoy, what they are really meant for, what they are really created for, is to distract you. Slovakia. Oh, I don't know why all these apps are suddenly opening and popping up out of nowhere. But basically, they are really to distract you, to hold your mind, and to keep you distracted. And what are they distracting you from? They are distracting you from what is truly happening in the world, from prophecy, and from, let me just go to the precept I want to bring out, just to explain to you what they are distracting you from, okay? And that reminds you of the parable of the sower. Let's get that. The sower, the parable of the sower, which Allah Jawashai. Here we go. So this is the book of Matthew 13, verse 3, and it reads, "And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no roots, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But others fell into good ground, and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear." And of course, this parable represents the different type of people that receive this gospel, that receive this truth. So let's jump down to that and read, the breakdown of the parable of the sower and the seeds. Matthew 13, verse 10. "And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and shall not perceive." Right, so let me jump down a little bit. So now Matthew 13, verse 18. "Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside. And this is, of course, talking about, those that are listening to this truth, but Satan and demons don't allow the truth to, you know, stay or cultivate in their minds, right? That's why you have scoffers and scorners. You have different demons come to camp and try to disrupt the camp. And this is that example of them, right? As it is written, it got this that this truth is like a net, it gathereth of every kind. Matthew 13, verse 20. But he that receiveth the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. Right, and you have another individual that hears the truth and he receives the truth, but when just a little bit of trouble, a little bit of tribulation, right, a little bit of affliction comes upon him, now he has to drop the truth because he can't endure, right? He could not endure until the end, which is why the scriptures talk about how, it's not him that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. And that is why in the scriptures it tells you that, we have to, you that's come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation, and so on. Let me just get that precept. I think that is Wisdom of Solomon too. Let me quickly go to that. Just to bring that out, I'm not going to bring a small part of it out just to get the point. Okay, I think that should be Ecclesiasticus. Here it is. Ecclesiasticus 2 verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Right, so when you come into this truth, you have to be prepared for temptation. You have to be prepared for all kinds of hell and tribulation to come upon you, because that is, let's continue on reading that. Let me just read that apart. Ecclesiasticus 2 verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And that's why, even if you are in this truth, you are still catching hell. Because the Most High Yahweh, and this is even a rebuke for me as well, because man, it's really rough out here for a brother. But anyway, as I was saying, this is why, we are catching hell, because gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. The hell that we're catching is meant to increase our strength, increase our faith, and to build us up to become more perfect men of the Lord. Now let's continue on. Matthew 13 verse 20. But he that receiveth the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet he hath not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth, okay, I already got in that one. There it is, Matthew 13 verse 22. He also that receiveth seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he become unfruitful. And these are they that when even though they receive the truth, all the distractions, all the diversions, the fun and the entertainments, the bright lights of this world, all the things that are put in this world, by Esau, Edom, by the spiritual demon Satan, in order to remove people from this truth, because really that's really all that fun and entertainment is. Very, very nice and manageable in small quantities, but when you fill yourself up with too much of it, that's when it becomes a problem, which is why the scriptures tell you, okay. And it's not just about, oh well, avoid drinking. It's not just in the things that you take, but also it's not just about anything that you take into your stomach, but also in the things you take into your mind as well. Because because in this current time, we can see that it is not just possible to be addicted to, alcohol and drugs and so on and so forth, but also to be addicted to certain forms of media, which is entertainment, right? Somebody can be addicted to playing video games, right? Addicted to watching movies, addicted to sports, and all these things can become a distraction to tear you away from the truth. So when men are talking about fun and whether we can have fun in this truth, really what they are, really it shows you that they are not yet in the mind state to be men of the Lord. Because if you are a man of the Lord, the last thing that should be on your mind is how to have fun. You know, but let's get this first. So now, hold on. Okay, let me start from here. So this is the book of First Thessalonians 5, and I'll start from verse 5. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. That's right. And let me also get this precept as well. Let me just quickly get this precept. Let me just quickly get this precept because this is something that I want to bring out right now. Here it is. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Not this one. Is be circumspect, not as fools, but as wise, dividing the times because the days are evil. I guess that's not the one. Hold on. I think it's either be vigilant. Hold on, Salakia. Hold on. Trying to bring down that precept. Just want to quickly get that. Here it is. Here it is. Not be circumspect, but walk circumspectly. Ephesians 5. Hold on. Okay, Ephesians 5 verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And these are not the times to be thinking about having fun or thinking about whether we should bring in fun in this truth or whether we can have fun in the truth, okay? Because the answer to that question is no, you cannot have fun in the truth. Anytime that you're having fun or you're entertaining or you're enjoying yourself, that is outside of the truth, okay? This truth is not about having fun. This truth is there's no fun in the truth. As our Lord Yahushua said, stone cold and austere face, my meat is to do the will of my Father. Okay, when we come into this truth, man, when we come into this truth, we come into this truth with a solemn mind state. With a sober mindset. We are coming to do work. We are coming to do a good work, the work of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And the idea that you have to mix in fun with this truth, it just shows you that our people, you Israelites, you and Jake isn't taking this truth seriously enough. Okay. But let me go back to that. I think that should be First Thessalonians. Yeah, but this is the book of First Thessalonians 5, verse 5. Ye are all children of the light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Right. And really what all this fun and entertainment, all it really gets you is darkness, because now, because if you envelop yourself in these things, like I said, okay, manageable in low quantities. Okay. But that should not be a concern, right? It should be a reprise, just a small break from when you're getting burnt out from doing the work, okay? It's not a matter of, we have to, it is mandatory for us to put this in the truth, okay? Or it's mandatory for us to have it in the truth. It just is, it's a personal thing that you do outside of the truth, because different brothers have different things that they do. When they're not doing videos, when they're not studying, when they're not going into the scriptures or anything like that, just things to do to unwind, just to relax. Okay, let's continue reading. Even sleep is fun. If you really want to go into it. But anyway, let's continue reading. First Thessalonians 5 verse 6. Therefore, let us not sleep as does others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. And it's not just about, being asleep or being drunk, but it's also about being distracted, okay? Because we've already read this. Fun and entertainment are about distraction. Fun is literally distracting you from something, distracting yourself with entertainment. Entertainment literally means to hold your mind. So these two things are distractions, because if something has hold your mind, that means it has your attention. Okay. And if your attention is on entertainment and fun that is outside of this truth, okay, that means that you're not focused on the truth. As it is written, ye cannot serve both the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and Mammon. Okay, which of course the scriptures do tell you that Mammon is going into money. but it's just a representation of everything that is, keeping, or rather everything that separates you from the Most High, okay, which is this whole fun and entertainment thing as well. And I will say this once again because we are dealing with balance here. This doesn't mean that, oh, if you are coming into this truth, you can't have any fun at all. You can't even smile. You'll just be, stone faced and walking around, all talking about, the white man is the devil, causing people out and only talking about the truth. In this work, you have to apply balance. Okay, every man has their own situation. Every brother in this truth has their own situation, has their own things that they have to do. You have some brothers that are more vocal about the truth, in their personal lives than others. You have some brothers that you're completely private about, going out, the gospel. Me, I don't really speak to too many people, so the truth can't even come out. But if anybody asks me, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. And usually when I see that, they don't even ask any more questions. It's like, oh, that's cool, okay. Not that I keep moving because not that I keep it. Not they're not their head and keep it moving. People don't really care about what I'm into in this truth or what I'm into in the world. But there are different brothers that have different characters, okay, different personalities. Some brothers are more, like I said, some brothers are more vocal, some brothers are more, reserved about the truth. Okay. So you have to apply, this gospel and your own understanding in your personal life and just move according to the wisdom and what, the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has revealed unto you. All right. Because at the end of the day, it's not a matter of who you are, but rather if you are of the elect, because only the elect will be delivered. But the point still remains, fun is not a part of this truth. That's probably what I'll title this video. Fun or slash entertainment is not a part of the truth. So with that, I'll end the video right here. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashai, Ba'asham Rakak, Wadash, Wa Abad Baba, and through the Spirit. I hope you are Kim and you are quite edified. Shalom.